What up, though? What's cracking, collective? I hope everyone of every zodiac sign out there is doing well. All right, you guys. So this is going to be looks like a love reading for you guys. So if anything resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you're interested in a personal, my email will be in the description box below. All right, so let's get into this reading, y'all. So I decided to pull some messages through music before we got into this Celtic, okay? And the first song that came out was Aaliyah, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. I think I did a collective reading last week that had that title. So this gives me the energy that there can be a significant age difference between you and this particular person. For some of y'all, I'm hearing 5 years. Some of y'all, there can be a 10 years age gap, 15, maybe 20. Either you're younger or older than this particular person, or they can be younger or older than you, okay? Now, we also have Mary J. Blige, I'm Going Down. So, in the chorus of this song, she says, I'm going down since you ain't around, baby. My whole world's upside down, okay? So, someone's whole world can be feeling upside down because you are not in their life right now, okay? And it's funny because this reading is about the Nine of Cups. So you can be a Pisces, you can be dealing with a Pisces. But the Nine of Cups upright, matter of fact, I did a Scorpio reading earlier, and it has the Nine of Cups upright, for the past energy. So, this reading is about someone who is in this Nine of Cups energy. Now, this Nine of Cups talking about they can be overindulgent, so they can be overindulgent in drugs, alcohol, men, women, whatever it is, okay? Now, this also talks about a gift that comes with a price. So this could have been someone who paid a very high price for love, with this being the cups, or maybe they didn't get what they expected out of a particular person or situation here, or it hasn't been worth what they had to go through. So this is someone who chose a particular lover in their life. It's like shit, what they done had to go through to be with this person or to keep them in their life, they're realizing that shit wasn't worth it here, okay? All right, so let's see what's going on. Messages for my collective. So you can be a Pisces, dealing with a Pisces, or this could be about one, or you don't even have to be that sign. This is just the energy that they're in, okay? That once energy of this person they felt like was their wish or dream come true. This is going to be their happily ever after. They're realizing that this person is not it. Hi, Simon. How you doing? All right, so let's see what the situation is when it comes to this Nine of Cups. Messages for the collective. So, what's the situation? All right, so we got Knight of Pentacles. All right, so whoever this is, they are not happy. They're having to pay a price for something here. But I feel like, it's taking them a long time. So let's go back. Before we get into this Knight of Pentacles, let's clarify this Nine of Cups. All right, messages for my collective. Let's go back and clarify this Nine of Cups because I'm really feeling like it's a relationship or something of that nature. Okay, so clarify this Nine of Cups. Why is this Nine of Cups energy here? Okay, yeah. So this is someone who is in a regretful energy. Okay, we got the Five of Cups. All right, so there's a lot of heavy regrets. There's a lot of remorse here because remember, this is someone, whatever they're dealing with, whatever this relationship is, it was not worth what they expected. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get out of what they invested into this relationship, into this love, and now they're in this Five of Cups energy. All right, you can be a Scorpio, dealing with a Scorpio. All right, we have Pisces and Scorpio energy. So this is someone who is realizing they settle for less. Okay, here we go. So the reason why this person is in this Nine of Cups energy because they're realizing they settle for less when it came to a particular person. Okay, they did not get what they were expecting from this particular relationship, from this person, from this marriage here. There's a lot of grief, there's a lot of remorse here, but with this Five of Cups, whoever this is in this energy, you guys, they will be returning, okay? So you can be a Scorpio, you can be dealing with a Scorpio, don't have to be now in one of them signs. So whoever this is that's in this Nine of Cups energy, they will be returning into your life, okay? But they're in the Knight of Cups, okay? The situation is they're in this Knight of Cups, okay? And the Knight of Cups is the slowest moving knight in the whole freaking deck, okay? Out of the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Swords, all that. This is the slowest moving one, okay? Now, the reason why it's taking this person a long time and why they're in this energy is because they're learning how to become dependable. So that means when you were dealing with this person, you couldn't depend on them. If they told you they was gonna do something, baby, they did not fall through. Okay, this is someone who made a lot of empty promises. You know, someone who also possibly deceived you, but lied as well. Okay, they're learning to be practical. They're focusing on building their finances. So maybe when they were with you guys, you know, their finances wasn't right, or they didn't have the type of finances that they were wanting here. Okay, they're learning about commitments here, and they're dedicated to learning and growing here. Okay, this is someone who is making steady progress, you guys, but they just moving slow as hell. So whoever this is in this regretful energy, you know, they're not happy, they're not satisfied with a particular relationship or something that they're in right now. You know, they are learning, they are growing, but it's just taking them a very long time. Okay, they're learning to be trustworthy. They're learning to be someone that you can trust, who's going to be loyal to you. All right, but this is also for some of you with this Nine of Pentacles. This can signify, you know, a new relationship. If you guys are entering a new relationship, if you recently met someone new, or if you're going to be meeting someone new in the future, this talks about taking your time to really get to know this person. You know what I'm saying? Not rushing to jump into a relationship, not rushing to jump into bed, not rushing to do anything. Just getting to know them on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out if this really the person for you. You know, should you invest your time or whatever when it comes to this person. All right, for some of you, you could be possibly meeting someone that's younger than you or older than you. Okay, because we have age ain't nothing but a number. So for some of you, you could be connected in the future with someone that's either older or younger than you. So the situation is this person not happy with what they're dealing with now, or either the person they're dealing with, but they are in this Knight of Pentacles energy. They are learning, they are growing. It's just at a slower pace than what you're expecting here or what you're wanting. All right, so what happened in the recent past? Messages for my collective. You can be dealing with Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or that can be your sign. All right, so what happened in the recent past with this Nine of Cups? What happened in the recent past with the Nine of Cups? Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. So you can be dealing with a Leo, or you can be a Leo here. So this could be someone who was maybe put in this Five of Wands energy here. Okay, this is talking about someone who was in a third party situation. They were trying to prove their love. They were trying to prove themselves to someone they were dealing with. So this is someone who was in a relationship or marriage. You know what I'm saying? It was like they were constantly trying to prove themselves to this particular person. For some of you with this Five of Wands, there could have been a lot of cheating going on in this particular relationship or marriage. And it was like the whole time they were trying to prove themselves to this person. Like, you don't got to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I can be that man. I can be that woman for you. I can provide for you. I can take care of you. You know what I'm saying? It was like they were steady trying to do things to prove to this particular person that they were enough. You know, they didn't have to cheat on them. They didn't have to step outside this relationship or marriage. But it was like no matter what they did, it was never enough. The challenges, the obstacles that this person went through trying to prove themselves to this person, baby, it was more challenging than what they thought, okay? And what they really needed to do was release some type of third party situation. So that means that they needed to release themselves from this third party situation. So I'm really picking up the energy of this is someone, whether they was married or in a relationship, they were dealing with someone who constantly cheat on them. You see what I'm saying? And these people would probably, you know, separate. They'll come back together on terms. Say, yeah, we're gonna be faithful. We're gonna try to make this work. But it was like they kept going through the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, so this situation has to do with someone who was being cheated on. Whether this is you guys, whether this is someone that you were dealing with. And it's like this particular person was constantly trying to prove to this particular person, okay? Trying to prove to a karmic is what I'm picking up on. You know, you ain't gotta cheat on me like I am enough. Like it made this person question their worth. Because if somebody constantly cheating on you, but telling you they love you and they can't live without you and y'all always making us a breakup, it's like, well damn, well, why you gotta keep cheating on me though? You know what I'm saying? All right, so tell us more. All right, so what is the current problem when it comes to this Nine of Cups? So what's the current problem here? What's currently going on in this situation? What is currently going on? Messages for my collective. So we got this Page of Wands here, okay? So what's currently going on for some of you guys, this is someone who wants to take action towards you, all right? Or for some of you, you can be receiving some type of message, okay? This could be like a bold message, or somebody could be like being very bold and wanting to reach out and say something to you, all right? For some of you guys, you could be exploring your options, all right? But or you could be dealing with someone who's in a Page of Wands energy. You know, this could be someone that brings excitement, they bring passion, they bring fun. But it's like that's all you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect a long-term relationship with this particular person here. Okay, they're not ready to settle down. So I feel like for some of you guys, if you were dealing with a particular person that was used to being in competition, they were used to having to prove themselves, they were used to feeling like they were never enough, they were used to being with people who always cheated on them. This is someone who is in this page of wands. You know what I'm saying? They're going to bring passion, they're going to bring excitement. You're going to have fun with this person, but you can't expect them to settle down. This is someone that you can expect to have a commitment with, or that you guys can get married and grow old. Like they're not in their energy because they're used to having to fight for their love. This is someone that feels like they're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? But they're also non-committal. All right, so tell us more. Messages for my collector. So we got lots of fire. So we got Aries, Leo, Sag, or you can be a Leo here. Okay. So the current problem is that this person is in this page of wands energy. You know what I'm saying? They're exploring the options. They're very immature. For some of you, they can be younger than you. You can be younger than them. And like I said, they can be bold. You know, they bring passion. They can reach out and tell you things that's going to bring excitement. But it's like, that's all you're going to get from this person. You know, if you're looking for love, if you're looking to settle down and be in a relationship, you're not going to get that from this page of wands energy. Okay? So that's the current problem. All right. So what are the outside influences here? What's on the outside that's influencing this person to be in this energy? Why are they not happy? Why are they in this nine of cups? Why in this page of wands energy? What's on the outside that's influencing this particular person and the energy that they're in? All right. We got seven of pentacles. For some of you, they've invested financially into a particular person or situation, but it's like, baby, that payoff, that money that they put into this marriage, this relationship, they didn't get anything that they put in. You see what I'm saying? They feel like they wasted time, they wasted money, and they feel like they're giving up. You know, they're ready to give up here. They put in a lot of effort, commitment, finances here. But in this energy, they're starting to evaluate, like, damn, I put all this into this marriage. I put all this into this person, into this company. For some of y'all, this could even be a job with these pentacles being here, okay? It's like I've invested all this time, all this money, all this, and it's like, what did I get back in return? I didn't get nothing. That's why they're in this nine of cups energy, feeling like that effort, feeling like whatever it was that they put in. Okay, we got 111 on the timer, so that's definitely confirmation here. Okay, this person feeling like everything that they put in, it was like it was wasted. It wasn't worth what they put in here, and they're starting to look at that. Okay, and this is why we got I'm going down. For some of you, they chose this particular person over you. And now that life is going down, they feel like the rug has been pulled from up under them because you're no longer around. You're not dealing with this. You're allowing this person, hey, you want to choose this person over me? Well, shit, you're going to be over there with them. You know what I'm saying? All right, so tell us more. So the current problem now, this person's realizing like the time and energy and everything they invested into a particular person or situation, like it really wasn't worth it. For a lot of you guys, they realize they really should invest their time into you. You see what I'm saying? But at the time that you were dealing with them, they may have not felt like you were worth it here, okay? All right, so let's look at more. So the outside influences that right now, they're on the outside looking in. I feel like this is someone, but since they're in this seven of pentacles, you guys, it's like they're not taking time to reflect. Like this could be what they're thinking about, but they're not taking time to like take that step back and reflect on why they're in the energy that they're in here. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so what are the hopes and fears here when it comes to this? Well, no, let's clarify this seven of pentacles. Why are they in this seven of pentacles energy? Why are they refusing to take this step back to make adjustments, to make changes within themselves or this situation? Clarify this seven of pentacles. Why are they in this energy? Why are they in this energy? Ten of cups. Because I feel like this situation that they're in, like they want this to be their wish fulfillment. Okay, whoever this is that's in this energy are not feeling happy. You know what I'm saying? They're not happy with what they're getting. They're not happy with what they invested. But it's like this is what they thought was going to be their happily ever after. This person that they were with or this person that they're even with now, they felt like this person was going to be their wish fulfillment. Their 10 of Cups, you know what I'm saying? They were going to experience happily ever after. You know, they thought they found their soulmate. Like this sounds like the Scorpio reading I just did, y'all. They feel like they found their soulmate. For some of you, their divine counterpart, because represents a marriage. For some of you, they are married to this particular person. So it's like to sit back and realize and be like, damn, I invested all this money into this marriage. I put in all this effort, all this time to make sure me and this person was gonna be straight, and we were gonna be good, and we was gonna be set up for life, and they didn't have to work hard, they didn't have to do this and that. And then like they sitting back and like, damn, then this person was sitting up for cheating on me and treating me bad. That made somebody feel some type of way, like you done put in all this, but then this person still sitting up for cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not good enough to be with them. You know what I'm saying? You're not good enough for them here. All right, so tell us more. We got heavy on the Pisces energy. So like I said, you can be a Pisces. You can be dealing with the Pisces here. Don't have to be. All right, so this person fears, like they're going to have to walk away from their 10 of Cups. You know what I'm saying? This person that they felt was their wish fulfillment. It was going to be their happily ever after year. So like I said, this is someone who could be married to this particular person. Okay, so let's see what the outcome is going to be. Messages for my collective. So what's going to be the outcome of this situation? What's going to be the outcome here? Ooh, we got the Magician, baby. So the outcome is going to be for some of you guys, this person's going to find out, all right, that they were dealing with someone who cannot be trusted. They're going to find out that maybe they were dealing with someone who was using their power and control, you know what I'm saying, to manipulate this person. They were dealing with a con artist. It's going to be exposed to this person that their power was taken or blocked from them. They're not believing in themselves right now. They're being manipulated here. All right, whoever this person is that's manipulating them, they are straining them. They are what's the word I'm trying to use right now? They are strapping this person. That's not the word. Fuck y'all, mind gone right now. They are stripping. Thank you, Spirit. They are stripping this person from their personal power here. Okay, thank you, Lord. So right now, what's the outcome of this situation is this person going to realize that there is someone here around them that was stripping them from their personal power. And because this person stripped them from their personal power, you know what I'm saying, they weren't able to listen to their intuition. They weren't able to believe in themselves. They allowed this person to manipulate them. You know what I'm saying? This person they weren't able to trust this particular karmic in their life. They were using their power for evil here, okay? Clarify this Magician. We have Gemini, Virgo. Clarify this Magician here. Messages for my collective. These can be your signs, you guys, or the signs that we're dealing with. We're going to pull some more as well. I'm going to get some oracle and we're going to go back and piggyback some of these messages. All right, clarify this Magician for the collective, Holy Spirit. Clarify this Magician. Who is this? Yeah, for some of you guys, you've been at a stalemate because they've been dealing with someone who has been manipulating them. You know what I'm saying? Who used their power, who used their evil. Because this person was married to them, they feel like they can manipulate them. Because they had kids with this particular person, they felt it was easy to manipulate this particular person, okay? You and this person have been at a stalemate. For some, this has been a Libra. All right, there are feelings and emotions. Y'all see this water? Even though this person ain't talking to you guys, even though you have been communicating with them, baby, there are feelings and emotions that lie between you and them. Whether you got feelings for them, whether they got feelings for you, whether you guys have feelings for each other, but there hasn't been any movement in this connection. This person ain't came towards you, ain't been no changes, they ain't made no decision. There's been nothing that has happened in this connection because right now they're in this energy here, okay? They're in this page of wands energy. They're all about fun. You know what I'm saying? They out here ripping and running the streets, trying to find their next thrill. They're chasing men and women. They're trying to do things to fill this type of void. Because remember, they're in this 9 of Cups energy. They're not happy. They're not satisfied with the choice the person they chose over you. All right, but they can't tell you that. This is why they put this relationship, this connection in a stalemate. They're guarding their heart. There's some things that this person want to say to you, because remember, I showed you these feelings and emotions. Even though this is someone, the Swords talks about air, you know what I'm saying? Mental. This person is someone who's very logical. They make decisions based on what they feel is best for them. So they don't feel right now it's best for them to maybe express their feelings and emotions to you. Or maybe when you was dealing with them in the past, they didn't feel like that was the right idea to maybe tell you or open up and tell you how they feel, even though you may have told them how you felt about them, okay? This is someone that's at a crossroads and they have some type of obstacle, something that they must face right now, but they're staying in this safe place, okay? For some of you, this karmic, whoever they're dealing with, this is their safe place, okay? They don't have to change. They don't have to do anything differently being with them because being with you, baby, they got to make some damn changes, okay? But it's going to be exposed to them however this person been manipulating them. So let's go to these karmic tales. I had to pull these out earlier, so let's go to these karmic tales. Let's see how they've been manipulated here, okay? If anything is resonating for you guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment here. All right, so let me shuffle these cards for a second. Let's see what's been going on because we do know it's going to be exposed. Someone here that's possibly using some type of spell word. They've been doing something to gain control, to have that type of power over this particular person, baby. They about to find out. All right, and for some of you, this has to do with a marriage. This has to do with a relationship, a connection, where there was cheating going on. You know, these are two people who are constantly cheating on one another, but somebody here could leave this particular relationship because they were being manipulated here, okay? Messages for my collective. Tell us how Holy Spirit, this particular karmic in their life has been manipulating them. Why have they not been able to move forward? Even though they're in this Knight of Pentacles energy, you know, it's going to take them a long time, but they are going to be willing to learn, you know, and grow and learn more about you and this connection. But what's taking them, like, why is it easy for this karmic to manipulate them? Clarify this, magician, Holy Spirit. What is this karmic doing? Why is it easy for them to manipulate them, okay? Okay, so this karmic wants to know, are you really willing to forgive them? So for some of you, this person, hey Michelle, how you doing? Whatever happened between you and this person, some of y'all, they did the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've experienced a lot dealing with them. And this karmic, like, oh, so you just gonna forget about everything that they did to you and you willing to forgive them and take them back? So for some of y'all, the reason why this person was doing this shit was because this karmic was behind a lot of that. The reason why they stayed in this page of one's energy, non-committal, just coming in, reaching out to you when they want to have fun, when they want to have sex, when they looking for a good time. You know what I'm saying? This is why they were in that energy because of this particular karmic that was in their life here, okay? All right, tell us more. What was this particular karmic doing? Clarify this, magician. All right, messages for the collective. Look at this. They'll never choose you over me. All right, so this is someone that was doing this, like I said, kept them in this energy. They didn't want this person to want to commit to one person. As long as they want to lay around and sleep with different people, you know what I'm saying? They weren't going to be able to commit themselves to you, you know? Yes, you can forgive them and not want them back. That's right. You know what I'm saying? But this is someone like they feel like whatever they did to you, though, that you were never going to forgive them though, okay? All right, this is someone who wants to make sure that this person never chose you over them and they've been manipulating this person. This was being exposed to them. This person has been manipulating them. Hey, you guys, this is someone that's been manipulating them this whole time to make sure that they never chose you over them, okay? For some of you, they have history together, okay, which means maybe they've known each other for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they've been together for a long time. They have kids together, you know, their families know each other. Whatever history they have, they feel like they can manipulate them and take advantage over them because they had history here, okay? Maybe they feel like they know them better than you do, you know? They could have found them weak and easy to take advantage of. Clarify this, magician. Messages for my collective. Ooh, look at this. I need them to provide for me financially. So the only reason why this particular karmic was staying around in their life, because remember, we had the Seven of Pentacles. This person has been looking at all the effort, all the time, all the money they've invested into this particular person. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it was never enough for them, but they sitting up here looking at them. The reason why they kept this person around was because they needed them to provide for them financially. They needed them to pay the bills, even though they was out here cheating on this person and treating them bad and deceiving them and manipulating them. They need them to provide for them. They need them to pay the bills. So some of y'all, this person didn't want to work, you know, or they were dealing with someone who they knew was a leader, who was a provider, and they wanted to make sure this person was going to provide for them. Okay, right, exactly. False flames. All right, messages for the collective. Tell us more about the magician here. For some of y'all, they caught this person looking at your pictures, okay? Whether you represent the masculine or the feminine energy here, okay? This particular karmic caught them looking at your pictures. So it was like they knew that it was more to this connection than what they said. So this particular person could have told this karmic, you know, I don't fuck with the collective like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the collective. I don't love the collective. But shit, why you sitting up here looking at my pictures? That means you reminiscing, you're thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? So when this particular karmic saw them looking at these pictures, they knew it was much more to this connection than what this person told them here. Okay, look at this. You might be their twin, but I'm their soulmate here. Because remember, Ten of Cups, baby, the reason why this person is confused is because they thought they found their soulmate within this particular karmic here. They thought they found their Ten of Cups within this particular karmic here, okay? They convinced this person, like, yeah, they whoever you connected with the collective, you know what I'm saying, they may be your twin or whatnot, but I'm your soulmate, you know? It's the reason why we're together. It's the reason why you chose me over them. You see what I'm saying? This is how they've been manipulating this person, telling them this shit. For some of y'all, you might have told this person you was their twin. Y'all, I'm a twin on this journey too. I told my twin he was my twin. I ain't talked to that motherfucker for about a whole week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he knew about twins or if that was, you know, like I felt like he had to know something. Like, why didn't you talk? You know? So this could have been someone who might have been familiar with the term of twin flame or soulmate. You know, they may not told you about it, but they could have been familiar with that terminology. You know what I'm saying? What's up, y'all? All right, tell us more. Tell us about manipulation. Messages for my collective. I love you guys. Tell us about this manipulation. This is what they're going to find out. If they haven't already started to see the light of this person or what they've been doing, this is what's going to come to light in the future here, okay? Clarify this manipulation. Look at this. I knew that eventually you would walk away. My work here is done. So the whole reason why they were holding on to this person for some of y'all is because they need them to provide for them financially, you know, but they knew eventually you want to choose yourself first. So this is definitely for my twins out there. So if you are a twin on this twin flame journey, you familiar with this, baby, this is definitely your story here, okay? This particular karma knew that eventually you were going to walk away. For some of y'all, shit, they may watch readings too. Okay, that's what I'm learning. Because my question was, how did these damn karmas know all this shit about us anyway? How did they know about this connection before we even connected with them? It's because they watch readings too. You see what I'm saying? They felt like they had the upper hand at what was going to happen. That's why they started using spell work and doing all this manipulation, trying to take control over this person's mind and make sure they were going to be the right choice because they knew eventually they knew what was going to happen, okay? And they knew eventually you was going to walk away. You were going to leave this person alone, and once they felt like you walked away, baby, their work was done. They ain't got shit else to do now. You know, walked away, and once you walked away, they knew that you were not coming back. See, when you in that energy of still chasing this person, because I ain't gonna lie, shit, me and a twin on this journey, we were the chaser. If you were in the divine feminine energy, you were the chaser. Okay, if you were dealing with a masculine, whether it's a male or a female, they were the runner here. Okay, they were the one who were running from this connection, running from fear, running from intimacy. You know, they were in that energy and we were steady chasing them. But this particular karma knew, baby, once you stop being in that energy of chasing and choosing yourself first and pouring into yourself and being like, fuck this person, they knew that you was going to be walking away and you weren't going to be coming back. You see what I'm saying? And this is why they feel like, oh, well, shit, you know, my work here is done. They ain't got nothing else to do because that was their whole assignment. Their whole assignment here was to hold this person off long enough because remember, they're in this Knight of Pentacles energy, you guys. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the whole fucking deck. It's gonna take this person forever to learn and grow and change and do all this shit, evolve. You see what I'm saying? This is someone that they're in this energy, even though they're willing to do it, even though they're gonna come towards you with some type of offer, it's gonna take them forever. And this karma knew that shit. It was like they kind of had a heads up in a way. You know, even though this shit ain't gonna work out in their favor, you see what I'm saying? Because twin, Trump, soulmate, all this shit. You know, if that's your twin, that's who you're destined to be with. Now, do you have to be with them? Hell no. You can choose yourself first. Somebody else gonna come along, you can choose them. Like we have the upper hand when this situation come back around. You know what I'm saying? The ball gonna be in our fucking court. In the beginning, it wasn't in our court. We have to learn from this person. We have to learn from situations around us. You see what I'm saying? This person gonna have to do the same exact thing. But this particular karma here feels like their work is done because you don't walk away. And baby, they know once you walked away and you chose yourself first, once you got into that Queen of Pentacles, not Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, once you put that motherfucking sword up to this person and this connection, you start to protect yourself. You start to protect your mind, your body, your soul, and your heart. You know what I'm saying? Once you start to protect your energy, they knew it wasn't no way that you was gonna come back to this person. Okay? Tell us more. Yes, baby, these boots was made for I can't even talk. These boots were made for walking, okay? Tell us more about what's being exposed. Messages for my collective here. Oh, for some of y'all, this karma saying, babe, I know exactly who you are. Okay, so maybe you and this person had words, maybe they've been watching you, like maybe they know about you and this connection that you share with this particular person. I don't know, but they saying, baby, they know exactly who you are here, okay? Oh shit now, look at this now. Y'all see what's going on now. Look at this card here. They seem very cold and distant. So that means there's some changes that's starting to happen in this particular situation we talking about, okay? So this could have been someone, it was easy to manipulate them in the past. It was easy to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? It was easy to play on their feelings and emotions. But right now, they're a little bit cold to this person. They're not talking to them like they used to. For some of you guys, they ain't around this person like they used to. They're not opening up. They're not being the selves, how they were in the beginning. They're like, damn, there's been some changes within them. What's going on? They're kind of cold. They're kind of distant. They're like they don't want to be bothered with me. Okay. So tell us more then, Holy Spirit. So for some of y'all, there's some changes that's going on within this connection between them and this karmic, okay? They're starting to be very cold toward this person. They're starting to distance themselves from them. And for some of y'all, this shit is because it's being exposed. For some of y'all, it's already being exposed to this particular person, or it's starting to be revealed to them about this particular karmic in their life, okay? That's why they're starting to pull back their energy. That's why they're being cold and distant to this particular person here, okay? All right, tell us more. Messages for my collective. Clarify this manipulation. Clarify this manipulation for the collective. Ooh, look at this. I know their deepest, darkest secrets. So for some of you, this could be something maybe they're holding over their head. This can be like, I'm going to say blackmail or something like that. Like, shit, will you leave me for the collective? I'm going to tell everybody about what happened in your childhood or when you did this or whatever. Like this is someone that they did open up to this particular person. Because remember, we have history together, okay? So they've known this person for a very long time, And so it's like they've opened up, they've expressed some things to this particular karmic, and they're holding this over their head, kind of like dangling that carrot in their face. Like, well, shit, if you walk away from me to be with the collective, then shit, I'm gonna tell everybody about this and that. They've shared something with this particular karma that they may not want everybody to know. When you share a secret of somebody with somebody you love or you're in a relationship with, like you won't expect this person to go tell all your business, or especially blackmail you to, keep you with them because you don't want people to know that, okay? For some of y'all in the beginning, the reason why they chose them over you in the first place was because they presented a better opportunity than you did. Remember, you're dealing with someone who is in this page of wands energy. This is somebody that's here for a good time, baby, but not for a long time, okay? This person was in this non-committal ass energy. They were not ready to commit themselves to you. So this particular karma could have told them, well, hey, I ain't looking to commit myself to nobody either. So if you want to go do your thing, shit, I'm gonna do my thing, and then we'll just come together and do our thing together. You know what I'm saying? This person was like, shit, bet. Because the collective, they're over here trying to offer me love. They want me to be loyal to just them and commit myself to them and do all this shit. And I ain't looking for that. I want to run the streets. I still trying to sow my royal oats and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to see what's out here. I'm still trying to explore my options. See, the option that you were giving them at that time, baby, they weren't looking for love. Remember, they in this page of one's energy. They a page. You know what I'm saying? So this is someone, they thought it was cool that this person was cool with them going out here and sleeping around, and they can sleep around and then they'll come back together and be like, they thought that was the best thing. They was like, shit, that's better than love. Because when you love somebody, shit, you gotta commit yourself to them. Like collective, you didn't want them cheating. You weren't gonna put up with this person up here running the streets and then come back home to you when they got to doing their thing. You was like, hell no. You weren't going for that shit. But see, they presented a better opportunity. Whatever that you was presenting, this particular karma felt like, I'm presenting some shit that's better because remember, they knew this person deep and dark and secret. So some of y'all, they knew this person lacked confidence for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't look good enough. Maybe they, whatever it was, some physical appearances, whatever it was. Maybe they weren't confident within their package. You know what I'm saying? Maybe their package was small. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, like this person knew how they lacked their self-esteem. Like they knew how to get to this person. They knew some things that you didn't know because remember they had the upper hand. So they felt like, okay, well, I'm gonna use this to my advantage and I'm gonna present a better opportunity than what the collective is presenting because I know they're gonna choose this shit over love. You know what I'm saying? They ain't looking to settle down. They ain't looking for that shit because they're a page. They're in this page of one's energy. They're just looking to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. So let's pull some more. We're going to pull up from this divine masculine. Since we do know this is a twin flame journey, before I close out this reading, we're going to pull just a little bit from the masculine here, okay? Messages for the collective. Let's see what else is being exposed, and then we're going to pull some more. Oh, look at this. You can never satisfy them like I do. What the fuck I just say, man? These people could have been having threesomes, y'all. They could have been doing all type of shit when it came to sex. Shit that we was not going to do, okay? And so this karma felt like they had the upper hand. They knew shit about this particular person that you didn't like, that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They would do particular shit to this person that you were not willing to do. You weren't trying to share shit. Then we have what type of spell do you put on them? Your power must be stronger than mine. So this karma sitting back looking like, damn, I did all this. I let them have their way and cheat on me and, have a little third party situation. This person still want to be with you. Like this blows their mind, like how they did all this shit. And it's like at the end of the day, this person still wants to be with you guys, okay? Let's pull just a little bit from this divine masculine. Let's see what's going on with this particular masculine, whether they a male or a female, okay? Messages for my collective. Let's see what's going on with this particular masculine. Some of y'all, these things are being exposed to this person. Other you guys, it's going to take a little time for these things to be exposed here. But let's see what energy they're in and what it is you need to know. Messages for my collective. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Troy? What's up, Deshaun? How y'all doing? All right, messages for the collective. What do they need to know about their particular divine masculine? Like I said, whether this is a male or a female here. Don't be sad, boo. Don't be sad. All right, what's going on with this person, you guys? Okay, we have, I want to let down my guard, but I fear that you'll reject me here, okay? Because this person was in this page energy, you know what I'm saying? They was only here for a good time, not a long time. Now this person wants to let down their guard because remember, they're starting to be cold. They're starting to be very distant with this particular person here on now. All right, and it's because they want to let down their guard. This is someone who feared rejection. For some of y'all, this is what this karma knew about them. They knew that this person had this fear of rejection, and their biggest fear was you being rejected. So maybe they did things to feel accepted here. They could have wore a mask. Maybe they were like this shapeshifter, and they kind of shaped their energy to be around whatever crowd or the group of people they were around at that time because they didn't feel confident within themselves and who they were and what they had to offer here. So this is someone who currently now wants to let down their guard with you, but their biggest fear is that you're going to reject them because of what they did to you in the past, okay? Remember, this is this page of one's energy, y'all. This is their confirmation. This is someone that chose to be single, so I don't have to explain myself to anyone. Remember, they want to play the field, baby. They want to be out here and do their thing. They ain't want to explain to you about what they was doing. And you asking them why they was out all time of night, why they didn't answer your call, and why they didn't text you back, and why they didn't come up when they said they was going to come up. They ain't got time to be explaining that shit to you. Whether this person was single or not, they could have been in a relationship. They had history with some damn body, but this person, their mentality was single. They was just here, like I said, for a good time. They just wanted to come in. You guys do y'all little thing. They had a little fun with you, and they on to the next person. You see what I'm saying? They someone who didn't want to settle down. They didn't want to commit themselves to one person. That shit was born in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Hopping from bed to bed and dealing with all these men and women. That shit was fun to them, okay? But look at this, y'all. They will eventually realize, baby, they made the wrong choice. Because remember, I can't make this up, y'all. This particular karmic felt like they presented a better opportunity to them. And for some of y'all, guess what? They fucking did because of the energy that this person was in. Because they were in this page of one's energy, they were able to present them a better opportunity. But guess what? They're going to realize eventually they made the wrong choice. Because remember, this reading, you guys, was about someone who is in this Nine of Cups energy. Okay, this means they're not happy. They're not satisfied with the choice, with the situation they made in love, and they're also in this Five of Cups. They're also very regretful. So since I've seen this, I'm also going to grab this other day too. I'm going to be up here a whole hour with y'all like I was with Scorpio, but that's okay. I'm gonna grab one more other deck right quick, okay? This is someone who was going to realize they made the wrong choice. So the person they feel like they chose over you that was better than you, oh baby, they're gonna realize, oh no, that was not the person for me, okay? Because remember, all this is going to be revealed. If it has not been revealed to this person, it's going to be revealed to them in the future. You're welcome, baby. That's what I'm here for, to give you confirmation, let you know what's going on here. We got 3313 could be a synchronicity for somebody. All right, tell us more. What's going on with this particular karmic? I mean, what's going on with this particular masculine that the collective is dealing with? I love you guys. What's going on with this masculine here? Oh, shit, y'all. I don't know if the baby is mine. Somebody here done had a damn baby. But the thing is, they don't even know if this particular baby is theirs here, okay? So this particular masculine is a man, all right? So because remember, they was in this page of one's energy, y'all. This is plenty of confirmation that you need about your person, okay? For some of y'all, this person's still able to have kids, baby. They done sit up here and then had a baby, but the thing is, they don't even know. Because the person they was dealing with was probably a hoe just like they was a hoe, okay? So they done sit up here and somebody either done convinced them that shit a baby theirs, but it's like whole time they've been saying like, I don't know, that baby just don't look like me. What that song said, that baby don't look like me. Okay, like I don't know, this baby don't look like me. Like I don't know. All right. I'm having a hard time closing out some of my karmic cycles, you guys. Okay, so this is definitely twin flame energy. We all meet karmics. Okay, when I started my twin flame journey, I started out with my karmic. I started out with my twin. I, went along the way, met a karmic, and I feel like my karmic really kind of taught me some more lessons than what my twin did. I had a longer experience with the karmic than I did with the twin. And I learned some very valuable lessons from that karmic here. Okay. But see, this particular person, because of this energy they in, I keep going back to this fucking page of wands. Because they're in this low vibrational energy, they probably got this lust entity over them, okay? So that means they have a devil-like energy over them that's wanting them or having them in this lustful ass energy. And that's why they out here sleeping around, dealing with multiple men and women, all right? And they keep meeting these same low vibrational ass karmics because they have not learned their karmic lesson here. This is somebody that refuses to learn this lesson, okay? And they're having a hard time closing out these karmic cycles. They don't want to learn, okay? They don't want to grow up. They was Toys R Us kids. Shit. The fuck? All right, tell us more. Messages for my collective. Let's get a couple more, and then we're going to pull and see why this person is regretful. Let's get like 3 more, and then we're going to go to the regretful divine masculine. Okay. Look at this, y'all. I am learning more about tarot, and I watch readings about you. So this particular person now, y'all, because remember, they're growing very cold. This is that person that's becoming distant. Why? Because they're starting to learn through watching tarot, just like you did. Okay, I don't know about you, but this is how I learned more about my twin. This is how I even became a reader myself, was watching readings. I feel like it was introduced to me. You know what I'm saying? This is how I learned about the twin flame journey. This is how I still am learning about the twin flame journey. So your particular divine counterpart is learning more about tarot, all right, and they're watching readings, and they're also learning more about you. Okay, what type of man or woman you looking for? What's going on in your life right now? What type of energy that you in? Same thing y'all be doing sometimes, seeing what's up with your person. Now they doing y'all mirroring each other. Now they seeing what's up with you. Okay. All right, let's get two more, and then we're going to see what this person is regretful about. And then we'll go ahead and close out this read, you guys, okay? All right, messages for my collective. Let's get two more. Let's see what's going on with this particular masculine in their life. 1 and 2. Bam. There we go. Hold on, y'all. Move this mic a little bit. Okay. So, ooh, look at this. You were right about the karma. So, for some of you, you tried to warn this person about this particular karma they were dealing with, okay? So, it was something you saw about somebody they was dealing with, or, you tried to warn them or let them know what this person was going to do to them or whatever it was. You can be very intuitive. For some of you guys, you have gifts. You have spiritual gifts. And you tried to warn this person. He's like, man, you keep fucking with her, she's gonna fuck around, trap you with a baby, or they gonna do this, they gonna give you STD. You know what I'm saying? Like you tried to warn this person. They was like, man, the collector don't know what the fuck they talking about. This person was not listening to you. They don't like to listen to nobody. Like this is a very hard-headed individual, whether they're young or they're old, they're very young-minded. But whatever it was that you told them about this particular karmic in their life, baby, they sit back now like, damn, I should listen to the collector. Why I thought the collector was just talking shit. For some of y'all, that may have thought you was jealous of this relationship or connection they had with this person. For whatever reason they chose not to listen to you, they did not hear, okay? Ooh, look at this, y'all. For some of y'all, they are learning more about twin flames. I can't make this up. What did this card say? I'm learning more about tarot, and I watch readings about you. And for some of you, this person trying to figure out what is this twin flame bullshit. Because I remember, the collector told me a couple of years ago, or way back, that I would say damn twin, but I ain't know nothing about no twin shit. For some of y'all, they never heard about a twin flame, or this is someone who just thought you made up some shit because you just wanted y'all to be together and you was just head over heels in love with them. Like this could have been how their mind was, because remember, they're very young minded here, okay? But now this person's sitting up here watching readings, like watching readings about you, trying to figure out exactly what this damn twin flame bullshit is about, okay? Oh Lord. All right, y'all, give me a second. Let me give me some tea. And then we're gonna pull and see what this person is regretful about, okay? All right, so I'll give me about 10 seconds. All right, messages for my collective here. Okay, so we done pulled and we seeing what's going on with your particular masculine, whether this person is a male or a female, right? Now remember, in the beginning of the reading, it was about someone who was in the Nine of Cups energy, all right? And the Nine of Cups was clarified by the Five of Cups, okay? We know Five of Cups has to do with remorse, regret here. So we're going to see what this person is remorseful about, okay? What are they regretful about at this current time, okay? All right, messages for my collective. Let's pull just a few. And I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading, y'all, because I've been doing reading for about the past 2-3 hours. My damn throat hurt a little bit. Okay, so give me just a couple on this regretful divine masculine. Let's see what they are in regret about. Ooh, look at this. This person is regretful that they were not honest with themselves. So for some of you, they even knew in the beginning this person was not the right person for them. Okay, they knew in the beginning maybe they should have chose you over this person. They didn't tell themselves, they didn't want to be honest with themselves. Maybe they had feelings for you, or that they loved you, or they cared about you, or whatever it was. This person, they want to be honest with themselves. And for some of y'all, that's why they're suffering from their karma now. That's exactly why they're going through the things that they are going through now here, okay? Ooh, look at this. I regret getting pregnant by somebody else. So there's definitely an energy of pregnancy here, okay? For some of y'all, if your divine masculine is a female, she could have gotten pregnant by somebody else, okay? For some of you, if your divine masculine is a male, they could have gotten somebody else pregnant here, okay? So definitely somebody here has gotten pregnant. And this is what they're regretful about. Y'all talk about having kids together and settling down, doing all this shit. Now they got to come to you and tell you shit. I was fucking around and had a baby with somebody else. Okay? All right, tell us more. Damn, it came out quick. All right, this person could have judged you. So maybe they felt like you wasn't good enough. Maybe that's why they chose this particular person over you, or they were able to make an offer that was better than yours because they judged you. Maybe they judged you for what you look like, or where you worked, or what kind of car you drove, or what kind of house you lived in, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like they judged you for little simple shit like that. Because remember, they were very immature. You know, so now they deal with people that judge them and they regret judging you now because shit, you up here living your life like it's golden, baby. For a lot of you guys, you're now your own business owners, you got your own business, you making good money, your life is good. And they're the one who's sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, going through karma and shit. So how the fuck you gonna judge me when my life fucked around and turned out to be better than yours, baby? Okay. I regret thinking this was just a fling or sex only. So this person could have came towards you. Like I said, it's a page, y'all. Like I don't know how many times I got to pick up this damn page of one's energy here, okay? Because they was all about sex, okay? This is the only thing that was on their mind. Remember, I said they could have had that lust entity over them, okay? They were in this lustful energy, lusting over men, lusting over women, you know, and when they crossed paths with you, they thought this was just good sex. Shit, they thought you just had good cootie cat or you just had good dang-a-lang and that was all. You know, this is someone who didn't think, oh, this could be someone I can actually love, or this is someone I can see myself with, or have a relationship with, or settle down and be with. They didn't look at you with them type of eyes, you know, because they had that lust demon over them. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? If somebody had that lust demon over them and they didn't look at you as love. They didn't look at you as somebody they can actually be with here. They look at you as somebody that they can come and get it down, you know what I'm saying? Put it down to you real good, or you get them the best, get the cootie cat, the dang-a-lang, they fucking life, and they going about their damn business to the next motherfucker. Let's just keep it real. That's what they was on. You know what I'm saying? Because they were very immature. Their way of thinking was, you know what I'm saying, immature as fuck, you know? You sitting up here texting this person. Some of y'all hell, they couldn't even come get the damn cootie cat a dang line because they was ignoring your damn text messages and shit. You know what I'm saying? You hitting them up like shit, you coming through tonight. I don't know about y'all, but this is exactly how my twin did me. This is definitely resonating with me. You know what I'm saying? We making plans. He's supposed to be coming through and shit. I'm hitting them up like shit. When you coming through, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is, women, men, y'all too. You know, you get yourself, you done put on your little smell goods and shit. You trying to look good for him and all that. You done did all this for your motherfucking ass to be sitting up there by your damn self, okay? Wet cootie cat and all, because this motherfucker ain't even replying to your damn messages. Hell, they out here dealing with somebody else because they looking for the next big thrill. This is somebody that's looking for somebody who, you know what I'm saying, that they can be with sexually here. Somebody that's gonna satisfy all their sexual needs and all their sexual fantasies and all this type of shit. This is what the fuck they was looking for. And so while you was up here, you know, texting them, asking them how you coming over, or how your day, or what's been going on with you, they was ignoring you, making you feel like you weren't even good enough to reply to the fucking messages and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, tell us more. Messages for my collector. Thank you, baby. I'm just being me. Shit. I'm just being me. Messages for my collector. Tell us more. What is this person regretful about? Okay, look at this. They didn't see how beautiful you were inside and out, whether you were male or female here. Okay, so they didn't understand what it meant to have good intentions, what real, pure, and genuine love was. When somebody just pour into you and do nice things for you and call and check on you because they actually do care about you and you know want to know how your day is. They weren't used to people doing that. They were used to people that called them when they just wanted something, or they wanted sex, or you know, they needed some money or some shit like that. You know, they didn't realize that your energy and what you brought to the table, baby, you were very beautiful. You were beautiful not only inside but also outside. Remember, for some of y'all, this person judged you. They didn't think you was handsome enough. They didn't think you was pretty enough to be seen out in public with them, or for you guys to be doing this and doing that. You know, they could have been used to pulling type of men or different type of women, but see, you was something different. You was a whole different package wrapped all together. And for a lot of you guys, that's why the fuck they didn't choose us, was because they was used to all these sparkly ass packages. What they say, everything that glitter ain't gold, baby. They was used to all these glittery ass packages. When you open them bitches up, they ain't had them bitches didn't have shit out for you. But you had a motherfucker up here that was trying to love you, trying to pour into you, trying to help you, trying to get your life together, trying to do all this shit. And a lot of us, we didn't even have our own motherfucking life together. We trying to do all this shit for their ass, and we didn't even have shit. You see what I'm saying? This is someone that's realizing that they judged you. They didn't reply to your message. They didn't think you was good enough at that time. But shit, they see that shit now. All right, they didn't see how beautiful you were, not only on the inside or the outside, baby. You were beautiful on the inside because you had a genuine, pure heart. The things that you were doing for them, you didn't have no ill intention. You know what I'm saying? You represented unconditional love. You want to love this person unconditionally. They were used to conditional love. They was used to love that came with terms. They got to sign motherfucking on the dotted line. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that to you to feel good, to have this and have that. They were used to love that came with conditions. But your love, baby, was unconditional. They were not used to that type of love here, okay? All right, tell us more. Let's get a couple more about why this person's sitting up here in regret now, okay? Messages for my collective. Ooh, for some of y'all, they lied on you. What the fuck this person lied on you about, okay? For some of y'all, they lied on you. They told people like, shit, I ain't fucking with the collective. I don't know the collective, you know. They did this, they did that. I don't know what these lies were, baby, but they lied on you, all right? This person regret they ain't make love to you more often. Remember I just said, remember I said they weren't replying to your text, baby. They supposed to be coming over here laying up with you, and they up here laying up with the next person. Guess what? For some of y'all, they ain't gonna never make love to you again. So they sitting up here like, damn, I should have been answering the collective text, and they were trying to come over and wanted me to lay up and chill with them and do all this shit. You know? For some of y'all, this could have been a relationship you was in. This could have been a marriage that you was in that's resonating with you, okay? Let's pull just a few more. Messages for my collective. What do they need to know? What is this person in regret about at this present moment? What are they regretful about? Look at this. I never reached out when I really wanted to talk. For some of you, this person could have been going through some things, and they knew that you was very understanding, you was loving, you was caring, you represent that Queen of Cups, whether you was a male or female. They know you would have nurtured them and helped them through their problems. But see, they didn't want to reach out. You know what I'm saying? This is someone who, even though they want to talk to you, for some of y'all, it was like they were restrained. They was forcing themselves not to talk to you. For some of you, even if they just wanted to just talk to you and just see what was going on, just to say hi. Like they may have not even known how to talk to you for some of you guys. And this is why they reached out. But it was like something was keeping this person, from just reaching out, from replying to your messages, all of that. Now they're sitting here in regrets, okay? Wishing they would have reached out to you, wishing they would have replied to your messages when you were trying to talk to them. Because now, baby, you ain't talking to their ass. You don't give two fucks about what they got going on. Now that's why they sitting up here in this energy of regret. All right, let's get a couple of more, and then we're going to go ahead and end this reading here. Look at this, not following their heart, because really if they chose their heart, baby, you were the person they should have chose, okay? This situation was based on them making a head over heart decision. But for a lot of you guys, you know what I'm saying, they made what they thought logically made sense then. Remember, they had history with this particular person, so it didn't make no sense to jump up and have a new relationship with you or start something fresh with you, and they ain't really even know you like that. Hell, they've been with this person for the past 10 years or the past 15 years of their life here. They just met you last week or yesterday. What they look like trying to choose you over them, like that was crazy. But this person didn't follow their heart because their heart was telling them, baby, you better go on over there with the collective. That's going to be the person that's going to hold you down. That's going to be the person that's going to love you. That's going to be the person that's going to be loyal to you and for you guys pour into each other. But they didn't follow their heart. This is someone that, hey, they went toward the offer they felt was better. Because like I said, you were offering this person love. This particular karmic, I ain't gonna be able to find, I got too many cards out here. This particular karmic made an offer that they felt was better than yours. And guess what? They took it. They took this offer and they realized, like, damn, I just should have followed my heart because my heart was telling me I should have chose the collective. But because of them being in that page of wands energy, baby, not being non-committal, not wanting to settle down, not wanting to, look for love, not, trying to be out here exploring their options. This is exactly why they're going to be in this regret of not following their heart here, okay? What's up, Shantae? How you doing? Let's get one more. Ooh, for a lot of y'all, the reason why they was making all these fucked up ass decisions was because they was surrounding themselves with a bunch of low vibrational ass people. That mean all they homeboys, all they homegirls, all they family members, all they little punk ass co-workers they kicked it with after work. You know what I'm saying? All these people are low vibrational as fuck. And that's why they're having a hard time closing out these karmic cycles because some of these same family members and friends that's toxic as fuck, like I said, these they family members. Like how I'm walk away from my cousin. You know what I'm saying? How I'm walk around from kinfolk. How I'm walk away from my uncle and them. I don't do them all my damn life. I don't give two fucks. If they toxic as fuck, if they're not helping you make best decisions, if they're not, pushing you in the right direction that's going to help you change your life or be beneficial or giving you good advice, then why the fuck you fucking with them? I don't fuck family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, I had to walk away from all my fucking family. You know what I'm saying? So fuck what that means. But this is that type of person, they didn't know how to do that. They know how to separate themselves, because a lot of us are realizing shit, the most karmic people we had in our life, our first experience with the karmic was our own damn family members, okay? Our own family, our own daddy, our own mama. You know what I'm saying? Those were the karmas that we had in our life. And this person is realizing that these same damn karmas, you know, they got the same karmas in their life, you know, and they surrounded themselves around these people all their life. And it's hard as fuck. Just like it was hard for a lot of us to walk away from these people. But guess what? We did that shit, and they're going to have to do that shit too, okay? Because they surrounded themselves around all these toxic, low vibration ass people. This is why they kept connecting with these people. Yeah, they may walk away from these group of friends, but because they didn't learn that karmic lesson about them group of friends, shit, they just put some more damn friends on their path that was just as karmic, just as fucked up as the last group of friends. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we go through that shit. If you don't close out the cycle, if you don't learn the lessons behind why you're dealing with certain things or why certain things happen in your life, these challenges, these obstacles, you know, if you don't learn the lesson behind it, guess what? You just don't keep on meeting people in that same fucking energy until you learn the lesson. When you learn the lesson, then you can close out that cycle. Then you ain't got to worry about meeting no more low vibration ass people and toxic people and people that really don't have shit to offer you. You'll stop doing that shit. But if you don't learn the lesson, baby, you won't keep on meeting those people, okay? Look at this, y'all. I can't fucking make this up. I regret always coming towards you in a sexual energy. This is somebody who wanted nothing but sex. And the whole time they thought this relationship, where is it? I'm gonna find this card, y'all. Hold on. This one, okay. This person thought this whole time, this connection that you and them shared was just sex. They just thought this was a fling. You know, y'all had a little summer fling, a little winter fling, you know, whatever it was. This person thought you just had to offer them, all you had to offer them was good sex. You know what I'm saying? This person didn't realize that no, they always came towards you in this sexual ass energy, not realizing that you were the love of their life. You were someone that should have followed their heart. They should have listened to their intuition. Their intuition trying to tell them, choose to the left. You better choose that man. You better choose that woman. Shit, you just don't know how good that woman gonna be loving you and cooking for you and making sure you good and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna be straight with you. But they didn't believe that. For a lot of us, shit, they feel like we weren't fucking good enough for them. And that's why they sitting up here suffering now, don't know if a damn baby is theirs and all this type of shit, okay? Let's get one more and then I'm gonna close out this reading, y'all. Messages for my collective. Let's get one more about what this person is regretful about, okay? Not taking care of their responsibilities. Some of you guys, their responsibility was to take care of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Not to play with you, not to play mind games with you. For some of you had kids with this person. They weren't supposed to turn their back on you and the family and go run off with these third parties and people they felt like they had more to offer than you. No. They were supposed to handle their responsibilities. Whatever was put on their fucking plate, they were supposed to man up. They were supposed to woman up and handle those responsibilities, but instead they read here, okay? Anytime, baby, you are welcome. Oh, I'm glad you tuned in. Okay, I'm glad you tuned in, boo. So this person refused to take care of their responsibilities, and they're gonna live in this regret forever here. Okay, I ain't gonna say forever, but they're gonna be in this shit for a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna close this reading out. We're gonna go to because we do know there's going to be some changes that's coming in. So let's pull from the answering time and before we go to the zodiac signs and see who this reading is about. So let's see. Let's pull from the answering time. Let's see if there's anything that you guys need to know. Okay, because there could be some changes that's coming, or this could be someone that's going to come towards you. Something that happened. Let's just pull and let's just see. Okay. Messages for my collective. What do they need to know when it comes to this particular situation? Messages for the collective. What do they need to know when it comes to this particular situation in their life? Okay. Messages for dang. Okay. All right, so we have when you least expect it here. Okay, so something's going to happen here, you guys, when you least expect it. So you could be feeling like this person ain't going to change, ain't nothing going to happen, you know. But when you least expect it, you can possibly hear from this person, you know, or something could take place. You're being called to take your time. So I don't know if you're working on something right now, or maybe you're being called to take your time with yourself. You know, spend time on you. Don't rush things right now. You know, have patience with whatever it is that you're doing on this particular journey. Now, we have probably not. All right. So this could be an answer to a question. You know, maybe something's not going to happen when you want it here, okay? We have probably not. Let's do one more. Let's do a couple more. Messages for my collect. Let's go to the answer in time. And what do they need to know? All right, we have not yet. Okay, so I feel like maybe this person is not ready because remember, they're in this Knight of Pentacles energy. You know, they're still learning, they're still growing. It's going to take this person a long time. Okay, so the answer to a question that you guys could have could be maybe it's not going to happen yet. Okay, and then we have within the next 3 years. So something will have within the next 3 years, y'all, from 25 to 28, somewhere between these 3 years, there can be a significant change or something can happen to you within this connection. You know, take it how it resonates. All right, y'all. So let's roll the dice and let's see who this reading is about. So now when I roll, since this is a collective reading, this can either be your zodiac sign or this can be the sign of the person that you're dealing with. You just have to take it how it resonates, okay? Okay, so we got Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, and Virgo. So you can be dealing with one of those signs. So that can be your sign. Okay, we got Sag, heavy Cancer, and Virgo. So definitely about a Cancer or Virgo here. Okay, Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces. Let's roll one more time. Yeah, Virgo season can be significant as well. I got a lot of Virgo energy out here. Okay, so Virgo again, heavy Virgo, Pisces, and Scorpio again. Okay, I am a Scorpio, you guys. So thank you for tuning in to this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you, and until next time, stay blessed. If anything resonates, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you have not.